and welcome to Cutting Words. I'm Brad Thompson, and today we're going to continue to look at the Book of Many Things, looking at, well, the book's namesake, the Deck of Many Things, and the Deck of Many More Things, and the Deck of Wonders. So these artifact is the the deck where you draw lots of random cards from. They've added more cards to the deck, bringing it up from 22 to 66 cards, as well as an additional minor deck that has temporary effects as well. So we're going to take a look at these new artifacts, these magic items, as well as the original deck, just to get an idea of what the original deck was, all the cards do, the original 22 cards. Then we look at the Deck of Many Things, where we added the extra cards to bring it up to 66, so extra 44 cards. And then we've got the Deck of Wonders after that. They have all the temporary card effects. Alright, so we'll get up and take a look. Alright, here's the contents page for the Book of Many Things. Still a bit of a shambles with everything everywhere. I will do my next video covering all the magic items, but singling out the decks because there's quite a lot to them. And I figured there's enough there to warrant its own separate video before we go into all the other many magic items that do exist in this book. Before I get into any of that though, just want to quickly revisit the Cartomancer. That ridiculous feat that's in here after some rereading and some helpful pointing out in the comments. The hidden ace feature in the Cartomancer seems to only mentions a Bew, so you can Bew a spell into a card. It doesn't mention about casting it, so I believe based off that, yeah, you don't actually spend a spell slot. So actually this Cartomancer feat suddenly has just immediately skyrocketed to being bit average to pretty amazing, because that means at high level you can get effectively additional spell slots, like all the way up to level 9, because it's a free spell slot a day that you wouldn't normally get, which is pretty good. In addition to being able to prepare a spell maybe you don't have prepared, like you can prepare a spell that is something you don't pick, but you can have it on there. Even if you're multi-classed, so you're a level 1 wizard and you went 16 levels of cleric, you can then still prepare a wish with it, because technically you're a wizard, so therefore you have access to wish from your spell list, and you've got a level 9 spell slot from your cleric. Sure, why not? So it can do little silly shenanigans like that. So yeah, depending on the campaign, it can be very strong there. So something to keep an eye out for. But I think as always, check with your DM. They get their ruling on how the feat works until we get some official FAQ on it, because yeah, it's a little on the vague side, to be honest. But it does say Imbue, doesn't say anything about spending a spell slot, so I guess that's how it works. Anyway, onto the deck. Rather than navigating through the book, I decided just to use the D&D Beyond search feature to get up all the deck ofs in here. Just easier than perusing, because there's lots of different magic item lists in the book in different areas. So here we go. But first, before we look into the new decks, let's quickly refresh our memories on the existing Deck of Many Things. Alright, this wondrous legendary item, usually found in a box or pouch. The deck contains a number of cards made of ivory or vellum. Most, 75% of these decks have only 13 cards, but the rest have 22. Before you draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw, and then draw them randomly. You can use an altered deck of playing cards to simulate the deck. Any cards drawn in excess of this number have no effect. Otherwise, as soon as you draw a card from the deck, its magic takes effect. You must draw each card no more than 1 hour after the previous draw. If you fail to draw the chosen number, the remaining number of cards fly from the deck on their own and take effect all at once. Once a card is drawn, it fades from existence unless the card is the Fool or the Jester. The card reappears in the deck, making it possible to draw the same card twice. Also, before I get into these card effects, if you like surprises, maybe don't. Maybe you should check it out now, because otherwise you get spoiled on what the surprises are from the Deck of Many Things, especially when we get to the new cards, if you aren't familiar with those. Just FYI. Because, yeah, the cards by nature are very random and full of surprises. So, yeah, something to keep in mind if you're not a DM playing on using this deck, you're playing in a campaign with a deck. Maybe not get spoiled on this. Alright. So, the original cards. So we've got the balance. Your mind suffers a wrenching alteration, causing your alignment to change. Lawful becomes chaotic, good becomes evil, and vice versa. If you're true neutral or unaligned, the card has no effect on you. The Comet. If you single-handedly defeat the next hostile monster or group of monsters you encounter, you gain experience points enough to gain 1 level. Otherwise, this card has no effect. I'll note that none of these cards, so these cards were all printed in the Dungeon Master's Guide, and it is, they're not updated any of the cards in the book, these are existing cards, but when they get around to reproducing the Dungeon Master Guide, I will not be surprised if they adjust some of these to bring them more up to speed with the game. There we go. Don John, you disappear and become entombed in a state of suspended animation in an extramental sphere. There's a cool dungeon complex chapter in the book that gives you more detail on this extramental sphere. Everything you were wearing or carrying stays behind in the space you occupied when you disappeared. You remain imprisoned until you are found and removed from the sphere. You can't be located by any divination magic, but a wish spell can reveal the location of your prison. You draw no more cards. Uriel, this card's Medusa-like visage curses you. You take a -2 penalty on saving throws or cursed in this way. Only a god or the magic of the Fates card can end this curse. The Fates. Reality's fabric unravels and spins anew, allowing you to avoid or erase one event as if it never happened. You can use this card's magic as soon as you draw the card or at any time before you die. Flames. A powerful devil becomes your enemy. The devil seeks your ruin and plagues your life, savoring your suffering from before attempting to slay you. This enmity lasts until either you or the devil dies. And the book actually has some devil options and schemes and things there for you in one of its chapters. Fall, which I believe they've renamed Puzzle. Yeah. You lose 10,000 XP, discard this card and draw from the deck again, counting both draws as one of your declared draws. If losing that much XP would cause you to lose a level, you instead lose an amount that leaves you with just enough XP to keep your level. You know, if you're using XP in your game. Gem, 25 pieces of jewelry worth 2,000 GP each, or 50 gems worth 1,000 GP each appear at your feet. Woohoo! Idiot. Since another one's got renamed, I think. Permanently reduce your intelligence by 1d4 plus 1 to a minimum of score of 1. You can draw one additional card beyond your declared draws. Jester, you gain 10,000 XP, or you can draw 2 additional cards before you declare your declared draws. Key, a rare or rarer magic weapon for which you are proficient, appears in your hands. The GM chooses the weapon. Knight, you gain the service of a 4th level fighter who appears in a space you choose within 30 feet of you. The fighter is of the same race as you and serves you loyally until death. Believing the fates have drawn him or her to you, you control this character. Moon, you're granted the ability to cast a wish spell 1d3 times. Rogue, a non-player character of the GM's choice becomes hostile toward you. The identity of the new enemy isn't known until the NPC or someone else reveals it. Nothing less than a wish spell or divine intervention can end the NPC's hostility toward you. Ruin, all forms of wealth that you carry or own other than magic items are lost to you. Portable property vanishes. Business buildings and land you own are lost in a way that alters reality the least. Any documentation that provides you proves you should own something lost to this card also disappears. Skull, you summon an avatar of death, a ghostly humanoid skeleton clad in a tattered black robe and carrying a spectral scythe. It appears in a space of the GM's choice within 10 feet of you and attacks you, warning all others that you must win the battle alone. The avatar fights until you die. It drops to 0 hit points, whereupon it disappears. If anyone tries to help you, the helper summons its own avatar of death. A creature slain by an avatar of death can't be restored to life. So avatar of death, medium undead, neutral evil, armor class 20, half the hit point maximum of its summoner. That's number of hit points it's got. Speed 60 feet, fly 60 feet, hover, strength 16, dex 16, con 16, int 16, wisdom 16, charisma 16, immune to necrotic poison damage, immune to charmed, frightened, paralyzed, petrified, poisoned, and unconscious conditions. Duct, 60-foot dark vision, 60-foot true sight, passive perception 13. Languages, all languages known to the summoner. Incorporeal movement, the avatar can move through other creatures and objects as if they're difficult terrain. It takes 1d10 force damage if it ends its turn, inside object. Immune to turn immunity, the avatar is immune to the features of turn undead. Actions, Reaping Scythe, the avatar sweeps its spectral scythe through a creature within 5 feet of it, dealing 1d8 plus 3 slashing damage plus 1d8 necrotic damage. Alright. Got the star. Increase one of your ability scores by 2. The score can exceed 20 but can't exceed 24. Sun, you gain 50,000 XP, and a wondrous item, which the DM determines randomly, appears in your hands. Talons, every magic item you wear or carry disintegrates. Artifacts in your possession aren't destroyed but do vanish. Throne, you gain proficiency in persuasion skill, and you double your proficiency bonus on checks made with that skill. In addition, you gain a rightful ownership of a small keep somewhere in the world. However, the keep is currently in the hands of monsters, which you must clear out before you can claim the keep as yours. And the book has a chapter on that keep, a little map, and monsters in it, which is pretty cool. Vizier, at any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can ask a question in meditation and mentally receive a truthful answer to that question. Besides information, the answer helps you solve a puzzling problem or other dilemma. In other words, the knowledge comes with wisdom on how to apply it. The Void. This black card spells disaster. Your soul is drawn from your body and contained in an object in a place of the GM's choice. One or more powerful beings guard the place. While your soul is trapped in this way, your body is incapacitated. A wish spell can't restore your soul, but a spell reveals the location of the object that holds it. You draw no more cards. And that is the standard 22 card deck of many things. Alright, let's see what the new deck has. We'll list all those old ones in there, in addition to 44 new ones. So deck of many more things. Alright, we got a wondrous item, legendary. Over the centuries since the first deck of many things was created, many have sought and failed to replicate it, but some have created new cards. These 44 additional cards are known collectively as deck of many more things. More information on the new cards of this deck appears in chapter 2. Like the deck of many things, the deck of many more things manifests differently on various worlds. While it can include fewer or different cards, it frequently appears with a deck of many things as part of the combined deck of 66 illuminated cards. The combined deck is usually protected by a box or pouch. 44 cards of the deck of many more things bear similar imagery to those of the deck of many things and have potent magical effects, which are detailed later in this description. Notably, cards from the deck of many more things are more likely to be beneficial, though about a third of them are still dangerous. Before you draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw, then draw them randomly. This card allows you to draw additional cards. Any cards drawn exceeding the number have no effect. As soon as you draw a card, its magic takes effect. You must draw each card you declared no more than 1 hour after the previous draw, unless the card states otherwise. If you fail to draw the chosen number, the remaining number of cards fly from the deck and take effect simultaneously. Unless it is the full or adjusted card, the drawn card immediately takes effect, fades from resistance, and reappears in the deck, making it possible to draw the same card multiple times. DM can use a physical cards provided in the deck of many things card set to build a combined deck of many things, and deck of many more things, including whichever cards they desire. Alternatively, roll in the deck of many more things table below to randomly determine what cards are drawn. Alright. Here's all the cards here. Woo! We'll read them out with their descriptors though. Alright. So first up we have the Apparition. You gain telepathy within the range of 90 feet. Nifty. Beast. You immediately transform into a random beast with a CR of 5 or lower. Your game statistics include your ability scores, hit points, and possible actions are replaced by the beast game statistics, and any non-magical equipment you are wearing or carrying melds into a new form and can't be used. Any magic items you're carrying drop in an occupied space within 5 feet of your new form. You remain transformed in this way for 2d12 days. Nothing can alter your form while you're under the effects of this card, but the wish spell can end the transformation early. When you revert to your normal form, you return to the same state you were in when you initially transformed. Rough. That could put you out of action for quite some time, depending on the campaign there. if you're under a time crunch. Wrecked. Book, you gain the ability to speak, read, and write 1d6 plus 2 languages of your choice. Sure. Bridge, you gain the ability to cast a time slot spell 1d3 times. Use your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as a spellcast ability, your choice. Okay, so have some level 9 spells. Okay, why not? Campfire, you immediately gain the benefits of finishing a long rest. So they'll either do be amazing or do absolutely nothing. Great. But I've already just long rested. Cavern, you gain a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. You also gain the ability to move up, down, across vertical surfaces and along ceilings while leaving your hands free. Sure. Celestial, you sprout a pair of softly luminescent feathered wings from your back, gaining flying speed of 30 feet. Very nifty. Yeah, mundane fly speed, pretty good. Less great if it ruins your aesthetic, if you're going for like a non-angel vibes, like what angel wings, that ain't my vibe at all. I was going for a creepy evil vibe or something, or a tiefling that suddenly grows angel wings or something weird. Or if you're already a flying creature, what if you already got wings? So I now got 2 sets of wings? How's that work? Nice problems to have, I guess. Construct. A homunculus appears in an unoccupied space within 5 feet of you. The appearance of the homunculus is determined by the DM, and the homunculus treats you as its creator. So your little friend there. Homunculus, you know, they're tiny little guys. Can't do that much for you. They can fly around. They're competent enough that they can, in theory, use magic items, which is pretty nice. So normally, get them a wand or something and off they go. Alright, got the corpse. You immediately drop to 0 hit points and have the unconscious condition. You must begin making death saving throws. Spells and other magical effects that restore hit points have no effect on you until you are stabilized. If you fail 3 death saving throws, you die and can't be resurrected. It can only be resurrected by the wish spell. So, jeez. Which effects restore hit points have no effect on you until you're stabilized. Oh, does this spear die actually save you here? Spells and other magical effects that restore hit points. Spear die does not restore hit points. Have no effect on you until you stabilize. So you're doing death saves. Fail 3 death saves, you die. And come. Okay. Yeah, so could the spear die and the random cantrip actually get around the loophole around this card? That's hilarious. Maybe. Crossroads. Roll a d20. If your roll is even, you age 1d10 years. If it rolls odd, you become younger by 1d10 years to a minimum of 1 year. This effect can be undone only by the wish spell, divine intervention, or similar magic. Door. Gain ability to cast the gate spell 1d4 times, requiring no material components. Use your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcast ability, your choice. Okay, another 9th level spell. Gate is crazy good because you can just yoink people in from other dimensions, other planes. It's pretty good. Yeah. Dragon. A dragon egg appears at your feet and immediately hatches into a dragon wormling. Type of dragon is chosen by the DM. The wormling views you as its parent and is staunchly loyal to you and your allies. Yeah, pet dragon. Look after. Woohoo. How adorable. Elemental. You become immune to one of the following damage types. Choose immediately upon drawing the card. Acid, cold, fire, lightning, or thunder. Damage immunity. That's pretty amazing. Probably gonna be fire. I guess I've had to pick on the fly. Yeah, comes up quite often. Expert. Your dexterity score increases by 2 to a maximum of 22. Never gonna complain about ability score increase. Fey. A Fey crossing opens into the Feywild, and you immediately pull through it, disappearing in a flash of rainbow-colored light. You draw no more cards. The Fey crossing appears as a shimmering fractal of light above the deck and remains open for 1 minute after the card is drawn. The precise location of the Feywild to which the Fey crossing leads is determined by the DM. So be prepared with a Feywild location ready to go. Oh no, you're here, I guess. Fiend. A powerful fiend appears in a nearby unoccupied space and offers you a deal. precise nature of the deal is up to the DM, but usually the Fiend offers some material reward in exchange for you and your allies completing a task for the Fiend. The Fiend is indifferent to you and can be bargained with. It keeps its side of any bargain it makes, though it might twist the wording of any agreement to suit its purposes. What? A Fiend? Being sneaky and betrayal? Oh my goodness. If you can't trust a Fiend, I don't know who you can trust. If attacked or if negotiations fail and you refuse the Fiend's offer, it returns to its home plane. Fair enough. See you later. Giant. You immediately grow 2d10 inches in height, and your hit point maximum and current hit points both increase by 20. Pretty cool. Humanoid. You can immediately choose to stop drawing from the deck regardless of how many cards you initially declared. So it could end up being nothing, like it's the first card you draw. Great. What a waste of time that one is. It's a very niche one there. Lance. All your ability scores increase by 1 to a maximum of 20. Hilarious. All the odd numbers. No, the odd numbers. Mage. Your intelligence score increases by 2 to a maximum of 22. Map. At any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can mentally name or describe an object or individual that is familiar to you. You immediately know the location of the object or individual, as well as the distance between you and the object or individual, even if the object or individual is on a different plane of existence. If you named an individual, you know if they are alive and any conditions they have. If you named an object, you know it is broken or not. If you named a magic item that has charges, you know how many charges it has remaining. Okay. It's another one where I guess if there's a particular magic item you really want, you want the DM to give you a quest to go get it. Off you go. I guess there's a plot MacGuffin you're trying to get. I mean, sure, you can get directions to it or whatever, but you'll probably eventually find it anyway, right? Maze, you gain 1d3 levels of exhaustion. Mean. It's going to be annoying for a couple of days. Mine. Pile of 2d6 gems, each worth 5,000 GP, and 1d10 chunks of precious ore, each worth 2,500 GP, appear at your feet. Monstrosity, a large or larger monstrosity with a challenge rating of 10 or less, chosen by the DM, appears in an occupied space within 15 feet of you. The creature is hostile toward you and attacks immediately. The creature disappears when it is killed or when you're reduced to 0 hit points. If there isn't enough space for a large or larger creature to appear, the card has no effect. Okay. So it appears, I don't know, I kind of wouldn't mind just, they draw the card, they don't know what it does, because they haven't watched this video, and then have the monster appear later, maybe with at least suspect or something, as opposed to just, it's there, and this can't be a minor nuisance, because I'm assuming the players are pretty fresh at drawing cards, and like, I might random CR10 monstrosities jumping out of nowhere, will be pretty easy to deal with. It's more of a nuisance more than anything. Ooze, gelatinous cube immediately appears in your space and engulfs you. The gelatinous cube is hostile and remains until it's destroyed. If there isn't enough space for the gelatinous cube to appear, the card has no effect. Again, same deal. I'm kind of tempted to go, cool, I'm going to bank this random gelatinous cube's going to surprise appear at the most inconvenient time, and you'll know this is the Ooze card paying off. Haha. Set threat of it. It's going to happen at some point, you don't know when. I think it's probably cooler than just having it appear right away. Path, your walking speed increases by 10 feet. Sweet. Pit. A pit opens beneath you. You plummet 3d6 times 10 feet, take damage from the fall, and have the prone condition. How annoying. That could be, it's quite deadly. If they roll really high, suddenly fall, plummet 180 feet. Uh-oh. Enjoy your 18d6 fall damage. Plant. Gain ability to cast Speak with Plants without casting a spell slot. You must finish a long rest before you cast it this way again. If you have a spell slot of 3rd level or higher, you can cast a spell using them. Use your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcast ability, your choice. You got the plants, yay! Priest, your wisdom score increases by 2, maximum of 22. Prisoner, glowing chains made of magical force appear and wrap around you. You have the restraint condition until the chains are destroyed or you are freed. While you have this condition, you can't cast spells, and any magic items you're wearing or carrying have their properties suppressed. You draw no more cards. Chains are immune to damage and can't be dispelled using Dispel Magic spell or similar magic. However, a Disintegrate spell destroys the chains instantly, freeing you. Another creature can also free you by succeeding a DC 30 Dexterity check and using Thieves' Tools. Alright. Either be very awkward or they get out of, or your party's got the right bits and bobs and can get out of it no problem. Maybe with a bit of time. Ring. A rare or rarer magic ring appears on your finger. If you are tuned when slots available, you will automatically attune to the ring when it appears. The DM chooses the ring. I'd be tempted to add a few extra lore to the ring, like it's an inscription, someone's engagement ring or something like that, and might want it back. Something like that could be quite fun. Shield. A rare or rare sort of magic armor that you're proficient with appears in your hands. It's like if you're a wizard or sorcerer, it's like, oh, I don't wear armor, or what do I do with this? The GM chooses the armor. If you lack proficiency with any armor, your base AC instead now equals 12 plus your dexterity modifier, or you aren't wearing armor. Right, I should keep reading. They did think about that, kinda. 12 plus your dexterity modifier, while you aren't wearing armor. Okay. Hold on, what does that do for monks? Not much. Oh well. Chip. You gain proficiency in 3 skills chosen by the DM. Staff. A rare or rare magic rod, staff, or wand appears in your hands. DM chooses the item. Stairway. You can choose to either decrease any number of declared draws by 2 to receive a rare or rare wondrous item, which appears in your hands. The DM chooses the item. Okay. Decreasing draws now. Sure. Statue. You immediately have the petrified condition as your body is transformed into marble. The petrification lasts until you're freed with a greater restoration spell or similar magic. Tavern. Your charisma score increases by 2 to a maximum of 22. Sweet. Temple. A deity or entity of similar power becomes bound to aid you at any point in time between drawing the card and when you die. You can use your action to call on this entity for divine intervention, and the entity is bound to answer. The parameters and nature of this intervention are chosen by the DM. If you die without having used the intervention, the deity fulfills its obligation by casting the resurrection spell on you. Once the entity has answered your call for divine intervention or resurrected you, the entity is no longer bound to aid you. Out of here. Tomb. At any time you choose within 1 year of drawing this card, you can cast a true resurrection spell once without spending a spell slot or requiring material components. Use your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma as your spellcast ability, your choice. Get a jail free card. Tower. Draw 2 additional cards beyond your declared number of draws. The magic of these cards doesn't immediately take effect. Instead, choose one of the 2 additional cards to keep, return the other to the deck. The magic of the card you keep takes effect immediately thereafter. Oh goody, you get to choose your fate there. You get to draw 2. Go, well, hopefully one of them's good, one's good, at least. Or 2 bad ones. You go, okay, which terrible thing do I want? Wonderful. Tree. Your skin immediately becomes rough, like tree bark. Your base AC now equals 15 plus your dexterity modifier, or you aren't wearing armor, but you are vulnerable to fire damage. Lol. This transformation can be undone only by wish spell, divine intervention, or similar magic. Undead. Somewhere on a material plane, a revenant rises. This revenant blames you for its existence and relentlessly haunts you to extract its revenge. The revenant exists until you either 1 year passes, the revenant kills you, or you use a wish spell to banish it permanently to the afterlife. So revenant is, you know, CR5, undead guy. Basically, keeps coming back. Just keeps coming back. Won't leave you along, but, you know, if you're a decent enough level, it's not going to be too much of a problem. It's just going to be a nuisance. Oh, it's you again. Die. Warrior. Your strength score increases by 2 to a maximum of 22. And finally, we have the Well. You learn 3 cantrips of your choice from any spell list. Alright. And those are all the new cards. Woo! Just supplement the deck. And you can construct your own deck there. Yeah. Definitely a lot more better ones in here than negative ones, unlike the original deck, which I think was a bit more evenly split. Yeah. there we have it. So we give you a 66 card deck. Makes you wonder with the special the tower where you get to draw 2, keep 1, put 1 back. Very card gamey there. Was wondering if like could do like a draft or something. You draft from the deck and you get to pick. Or having multi-choice could be quite an interesting way of running the deck of many things for your different house rules, I wonder. Perhaps by the dealer of the deck NPCs dealing out the cards, you get to choose, out of these 3 cards or whatever, which one you want. And I guess you always could choose a good one, or maybe choose one of these 3 good ones, these 3 bad, or something. Or do a draft where it's a kind of mixture. You can having to force it to eventually draft bad ones. I don't know. Might be something there. It needs to work still. But otherwise, that draw 2, put 1 back. It's quite amusing. Alright. But that's not all. We got a watered down version of the deck as well. So the Deck of Wonder, which is like the deck of many things. That was in the book there. But it is also, all the effects are temporary. And a lot minor. Alright. Deck of Wonder. Created an image of the deck of many things. This deck of Ivory or Vellum cards bestows an assortment of minor benefits and penalties to those who draw from it. Most, 75% of the deck of these decks only have 13 cards, but the rest have 22. Before you draw a card, you must declare how many cards you intend to draw, then draw them randomly. In addition, any additional cards drawn have no effect. Unless the card states otherwise, as soon as you draw a card from the deck, as magic takes effect, you draw cards. You must draw each card you declared no more than 1 hour after the previous draw. If you fail to draw the chosen number, the remaining number of cards fly from the deck and takes effect simultaneously. Unless it is a mystery card, a card drawn immediately takes effect, fades from existence, and reappears in the deck, making it possible to draw the same card multiple times. You can use an alternate deck of playing cards to simulate the deck as shown in the Deck of Wonder table. There we go. Okay. So beginning, your hit point maximum and current hit points increase by 2d10. Your hit point maximum remains increased in this way for the next 8 hours. Champion, you gain +1 bonus to weapon, attack, and damage rolls. This bonus lasts for 8 hours. Chancellor, within 8 hours of drawing this card, you can cast Augury. Once as an action, requiring no material components. Use Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma as the spellcast ability, your choice. Chaos, you gain resistance to one of the following damage types chosen by the DM: Acid, Cold, Fire, Lightning, or Thunder. The resistance lasts for 1d12 days. Coin, 5 pieces of jewelry, each worth 100 GP, or 10 gemstones, each worth 50 GP, appear at your feet. Crown, you learn the Friends cantrip. Use Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma as your spellcast ability, your choice. If you already know this cantrip, the card has no effect. Dawn, this card invigorates you. For the next 8 hours, you can add your proficiency bonus to your initiative rolls. Day, you gain +1 bonus to your saving throws. This benefit lasts until you finish a long rest. Never long rest. Keep it going. Destiny, this card protects you against an untimely demise. The first time after drawing this card, you'll drop to 0 hit points from taking damage. You instead drop to 1 hit point. Sweet. Or a half orc. Dusk, the card supernaturally saps your energy. You have disadvantage on initiative rolls. This effect lasts until you finish a long rest, but it can be ended early by remove curse spell or similar magic. End, this card is an Omen of Death. You take 2d10 necrotic damage, and your hit point maximum is reduced by an amount equal to the damage taken. This effect can't reduce your hit point maximum below 10 hit points. This reduction lasts until you finish a long rest, but it can be ended early by remove curse spell or similar magic. Isolation, you disappear along with anything you're wearing or carrying and become trapped in a harmless extradimensional space for 1d4 minutes. You draw no more cards. You then reappear in a space you left or the nearest unoccupied space. When you reappear, you must succeed on a DC 11 Constitution saving throw or have the poison condition for 1 hour as your body reels from the extradimensional travel. Justice, you momentarily gain the ability to balance the scales of fate. For the next 8 hours, whenever you or creature within 60 feet of you is about to roll d20 with advantage or disadvantage, you can use your reaction to prevent the roll from being affected by advantage or disadvantage. You're like a Clockwork Soul Sorcerer now. Knife, an uncommon magic weapon you're proficient with, appears in your hands. DM chooses the weapon. Sorcerer, I got a dagger, guys. Great. Lock, you gain the ability to cast a knock spell, 1d3 times. Use your Intelligence, Wisdom, or Charisma as your spellcast ability, your choice. Mischief, you receive an uncommon wondrous item chosen by DM, or you draw 2 additional cards beyond your declared draws. Monster, the card's monstrous visage curses you while cursed in this way. Whenever you make a saving throw, you must roll a d4 and subtract the number rolled from the total. So your effects of the Bane spell. This curse lasts till you finish a long rest, but can be ended early with a remove curse spell or similar magic. Mystery, you have disadvantage on intelligence saving throws for 1 hour. Discard this card and draw from the deck again. Together, the 2 draws count as one of your declared draws. Okay. Night, you gain dark vision within a range of 300 feet. Dark vision lasts for 8 hours. Suddenly you're Twilight Cleric. Why 300 feet? I don't know why they chose that number. Order, you gain resistance to one of the following damage types chosen by the DM. Force, necrotic, poison, psychic, or radiant. Resistance lasts for 1d12 days. Student, you gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws. If you already have proficiency, you instead gain proficiency in intelligence or charisma saving throws, your choice. I'm sorry, what? So that one's permanent. You student, you gain proficiency in wisdom saving throws. If you already have proficiency, you instead gain proficiency in intelligence or charisma saving throws, your choice. That's amazing. Hold on, you get that one doesn't this last forever? There's no timeout? That's amazing. Okay, keep drawing from the deck, guys. Do you hit that one? Doesn't matter. Just draw the whole deck. How many cards in the deck? I draw it all. I want to find that student card. The rest doesn't matter. Like everything else is temporary. Who cares? I guess there's the magic items, right? You get uncommon magic weapon and all that. True. But man, proficiency in saving throw forever. Done. Done. Give me. So far, all the negatives have been easily fixed. Vulture. One non-magical item or piece of equipment in your possession chosen by the DM disappears. The item remains nearby but concealed for a short time, so it can be found with a successful DC 15 wisdom perception check. If the item isn't recovered within 1 hour, it disappears forever. That's fine. Surely about to find that. Yeah, definitely the good definitely outweighs the bad in this. Just keep drawing. Yeah, just keep going. Keep going. Get those magic items. Get those. Proficiency in a saving throw. Amazing. Of course, I guess there's no guarantee, especially if the deck's not full 22, right? So something to be aware of when this DM building this deck, running it. There are a few sneaky, like, permanent, really good things in here. It's not all just temporary. So keep that in mind. But yeah, that's Deck of Wonder. Some amazing stuff in Deck of Wonder. Okay. So yeah, there we go. Those are the decks that we're going to cover today in the book. A few other ones like Deck of Dimensions, things like that, aren't like drawing. It's completely different. It's not really drawing a bunch of cards or anything like that. We'll cover that with the other magic items when we go over them all in the book in my next video. But there we have it. That is the Deck of Many Things, Deck of Many More Things, and Deck of Wonder, which is like Deck of Many Things Light. Okay. Alright, I'm Brad Thompson, and this has been Cunning Words. Thanks for watching. Tune in for my next video. We'll cover the magic items, all the rest of them that's in this book, the Book of Many Things. If you haven't already, subscribe to the channel. We're getting up there. We're nearly up to the legendary, the mythical 1,000 subscriber count, which is what the YouTube algorithm demands to reach the next echelons of YouTube-ness, YouTube glory. So thank you so much for those who subscribe already. Yeah, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. We're nearly there. Thank you so much. All right. Cool. Until next time, happy gaming. Catch you later. See ya. Bye.